This is to the one who is striving to become free, the one that's striving to be released from other people's expectations of who they think you should be, or striving to become free from previous expectations of who you thought you should be. This is for the one who desires to show up in their most authentic self, no matter how extreme that authentic self might seem to be compared to the norm. Nevertheless, that part of you is fighting to come to the forefront. There's a book that I read maybe about a year or so ago, and it was called Women Who Run with Wolves. There's something to be said um, about us, and this is for women and men alike. You know, it's not really about gender. It's really about allowing yourself to show up and be the most innate part of who you are right now, whatever that is that's wanting to come out and be expressed and to be free to show up. You know, this is about you being open and unapologetic and allowing yourself to do that. And if that's you, just know that you are not alone. Um, I think we're all fighting to do that. Some of us may be more successful at it than others, depending on our situation, depending on our surroundings and our environments, who we're around, what we're listening to. But just know that you are not alone and you have every right to show up in your most authentic self. You have every right to say no to those who want to put you in their box, or they want to be able to dictate how you show up, what's acceptable, what's not, what is, you know, a way that should be the way for you to present yourself or show up, right? You get to determine that, right? You get to determine that. And you get to say what feels authentically you. And so, to those who may be fighting to allow that most purest essence of who you are to come out and to be open and to express itself and to experience the light of day, I just want to let you know that you are not alone. There's many of us that have, you know, stakes in the battle, stakes in the claim, right? And I encourage you to do it. Show up in your most innate sense of who you are and allow that to come out and allow it to be. There's no better feeling than that. And I don't care where you are in your stage of life, it's never inappropriate, it's never a bad time to show up in your most authentic self. And even if you do it at a bad time, right? I feel like that's something that can make things that much more enjoyable for you. When we get to the place where we no longer feel like we have to hide any part of ourselves or we have to deny, you know, anything that's a reality for us, even if it's something that we're currently working on, that's empowering for you to actually own that, to show up in that, and to accept that as it is. Accept yourself in all that it is right now in this moment. There is nothing more empowering than that. And I feel like Spirit is supporting us in that today. Okay, so whatever that thing is that's fighting to you know, come out and to see the light of day, whatever that part of you is, that thing about you that wants to be expressed, Spirit is saying, allow that to be expressed today because it's beautiful. Whatever that is, it is an authentic part of who you are, and it is beautiful simply because it was created as a part of you. And there's no part of you that's not beautiful. And so don't let society or the world try to trick you into turning against yourself, turning against that part of you that's very authentic. Maybe you're not used to allowing that part of you to be open and visible and transparent. But there's nothing more powering than you just stepping out in your authenticity and not caring. This is about you being able to experience what you've come here to experience. And I feel like there's nothing more important than you experiencing all that you've been created to be. And so it's just a bit of encouragement to just show up in your most beautiful self, because there's a saying, there's a scripture that says that we were fearfully and wonderfully made. And basically what that's saying is when we look at our creator, there was time that was put into creating each and every part of us. When we just look at the human body, how detailed it is, how complex it is. And there's so many different layers that we can go into, from the physical even down to the spiritual, and how it's all connected. Like, this was not an easy thing. This body that was made, this mind, this spirit, right? There was time that was put into that, and patience and love, and it was crafted with care and discernment, you know? So when it says that we were fearfully and wonderfully made, that means that it wasn't something that was just thrown together, but it was put together with wisdom, with love. And because we are made by the creator, that says a lot about the creation, right? Yes, fearfully and wonderfully made. And so there's no mistakes about us. That's what I gained from that. There's no mistakes. So if there is no mistakes, then why would we feel like we need to hide a part of who we truly are? Spirit is saying today is a perfect day. That thing that's been fighting to show up as your true authentic nature, your true authentic self, today is a perfect day to do that. Happy Friday. Do the dang thing is what I'd say. All right. Bye.